What's up, guys? I want to check in with you this morning to tell you my plays for today. Uh, let you guys know what I'm doing this weekend. All right. Now there are only two fights that I'm really interested in this weekend. Overall, and as far as wagering, first off would be the Fedor versus Timothy Johnson fight in Bellator. All right. And the Jamel Herring Shakur Stevenson fight. All right. Now, what I feel is the bet of the weekend. All right, is the Fedor Tim Johnson fight. All right, I fully feel and expect this fight not to go the distance. All right. Um, but the odds makers are smart. When I first saw odds for this line, I was seeing minus 350, minus 400, and now it is up to a minus 450, minus 500. All right. Um, Yesterday on my bookie, and I am not a big over under guy. I like I like playing distance. All right, either for the fight to go to distance or for it to not go to distance. All right. I really do not like playing with over unders in any sport. But I was looking at the odds because they were kind of slow to release the lines at my casinos on the fight not going the distance. All right, I planned my original plan for the week was to parlay that fight not going the distance and parlaying it with the Stevenson Herring fight to go the distance. All right, and my feelings changed on the Stevenson fight, which I will tell you in a minute. But they were so slow rolling it out. All right, I was on my bookie and I looked at the over under. All right, now me personally, I don't think this fight is going outside of the first round. I would be kind of surprised if that fight goes past the first round. All right, the Fedor Tim Johnson fight. All right, but my bookie was giving a minus 115. All right, a minus 115 on the under 1.5 rounds. That was very juicy. To play as a single play. Not parlaying it. Minus 115. You can do good with that. All right. Of course, it's not better than even money, but it's very close to it. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna cut my light on here. All right. Now I got in on it at a minus 115. Currently on my bookie, it is I think it is a minus 140. Let me pull it up. All right. Let's see. On Bovada, the under is a minus 140. All right. On Bovada, the fight not going the distance is a minus 500. All right. Let's see. MMA, Bellator. All right. Actually, it's a minus 145 now on my bookie, so you can get a slightly better line on Bovada as I do this video. All right. Now, why am I so confident about this fight not going outside the first round, and why I went in on the under? All right. Besides the great odds, you know, Fedor does not play around. If you're an MMA fan, you know that MMA or Fedor, he does. He is a fast starter. He tries to blow guys out. His last one, two, three, 4, 5 fights. His last 5 fights have all ended in the first round. All right. His last 5 fights, that's from June 2017 up through December 2019, all ended in the first round. All right. Um, before that, he had the Maldonado fight. Really, that fight, if that fight was anywhere but Russia, it would have been stopped in the first round. He would have been knocked out. All right. So that really should have been a first round stoppage, but it went a 4-3. Fedor was out on his feet, man, pretty much the whole fight. All right. Before that, let's see, he had one, two, three first round stoppages in a row. All right. Whether he won, he won those three, but whether he won or lost, they all ended in the first round. All right. Before that, he had a 3 round fight. Before that, one in 1 round. Then two, then one, two, one, 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 one. You know, and on down the list. Number one. So you know, Fedor does not play around, man. He goes for a quick finish. All right. Now on the flip side, see, after I looked at the line, I know what Fedor could do. I said, let me look at Tim Johnson's record and let's see how he performs. All right. This man has had 22 fights. All right, 15 wins, 7 losses. He has 22 fights. All right, I counted them before doing this video. 12 of his 22 fights have ended in the first round. 12 of 22 have ended in the first round. That is over 50%. All right, you know, um, his last fight was a 5 round fight. He lost. Before that, he went 3 with Congo, won. All right. Before that, he had 1, 2, 3, 4 fights in a row that all ended in the first round. All right. So this is a guy that does not play around. I'm seeing KO TKO punches in round one. You know, TKO punches win round one. TKO punches win round one. Um, so you put these two guys together, man. I think it's gonna be fireworks. I think I saw the stare down, man. Tim Johnson is huge compared to Fedor. Like two different weight classes. All right, heavyweight versus a light heavyweight or middleweight. He's that much bigger than Fedor, but Fedor's always fought bigger guys. All right, but and he has that huge punch. He hits you on the chin, you could be in serious trouble. All right, you can cut your lights out. But I think Tim Johnson's gonna look at this as a big opportunity. He's gonna look at Fedor as food, as being an old man, 45-year-old man who really does not have a chin anymore. I mean, Fedor took an embarrassing, what I thought was gonna be a career-ending loss to Ryan Bader in January of 2019. Ryan Bader basically walked across the cage and punched the guy on the chin. He was knocked out. All right. 35 seconds is what his record says. You know, they might have stood in the middle of the ring for a minute, and then all of a sudden he just zoomed in on Fedor and had him out and probably pounded him out on the canvas. All right. I thought that was it for Fedor, man. His chin was weak against Fabio Maldonado, and that was in 2016 when that should have been a first round stoppage loss. All right. I'm seeing Matt Mitrione stopped him in the first round in 2017. So I think these guys gonna go with each other, man. If this fight goes outside of the first, I would be surprised if it. And then even if it does, we still covered for 2.5 minutes of round two. So I think that's the bet of the weekend, guys. Either for this fight to not go the distance, which if it does, it would be a shocker to me. But I'm feeling very confident and comfortable. I actually put a pretty sizable wager on that -115 for the fight to not go the distance. All right, I mean for the under 1.5 rounds. Excuse me. At that -115. All right. All right. Now, um, I don't care who wins. I just want to stop it. All right. Now, on to the Herring Stevenson fight. All right. A couple of days ago, Richard Dwyer here on YouTube, he made a video. I'm thankful for the video. It's what we can share this information with each other. All right, make money. He said that Cloudbit had Jamel Herring as a plus 715 underdog. You know, I thought plus 500 was good. On the defending champion. All right, plus 715. I'm like, damn, I gotta get on Cloudbit. All right. And I was going to if it was not for them, with the way they have it set up with the, which I do Bitcoin, but they don't have the USD conversion on there and all that, and I was just slow about doing it right. So last night I'm looking around, looking at the odds, and right now as I do this video, let me go through it right now. I need to hit the refresh button on this. I want to be positive, all right, because it is unbelievable, man. Right now on mybookie.ag, you can get Jamel Herring at a plus 800. This the champ now, a plus 800 on the champion Jamel Herring. Um, I'm not saying he's gonna win this fight. I'm not speaking with the confidence, the breakdown that I had on Sandor Martin. It's just, look at these odds. It's worth throwing something on it in case he can pull it off. I understand him not being the favorite. I understand that Shakur Stevenson was an Olympian, that a silver medalist, that he has skills, that he's fast and all that. I get it. All right, I get that Stevenson was a champion at 126, that he can box. All right, I get that people think he's gonna be like the next pound for pound or one of the next pound for pound guys. But a minus 1200 at this point in his career against a defending champion. All right, and this not a 126-pound champion. This is a guy weight class above at 130. All right, and really he is fighting a lightweight in Jamel Herring. Man, Jamel Herring started his career at 135. And after he had some setbacks, he went down to 130 and went to Bomac and became a world champion. All right, using his size disadvantage. All right. So while Stevenson, I get being favored to win. Those are huge odds that is worth sprinkling something on, in my opinion, at a plus 800. Because we don't know what could happen. All right, I don't think these guys are that far off in as far as the competitive nature of this fight. All right. So I have played the plus 800. Also, originally I felt that this fight was going the distance. Um, I have changed on that. All right, I'm not saying it's a lock. It is a risky play. Um, right now, I think, let me look at my bookies odds. I think the Bovada odds are better. All right, let's see. Yes, for the fight to not go the distance is a plus 110 on my bookie. All right, on Bovada, you can get it. Let's see, where is it? Let me go back. All right, it is pulled up. Yes, right now you can get a plus 155 on this fight not going the distance. All right. Now, originally I looked at this fight as being a boxing match, as Shakur Stevenson, he gonna stay, maintain distance. He gonna, hit and not get hit. He gonna be the boxer in the fight, right? And probably win a decision, which he is favored to do. If you believe that, you can get good odds on that. On Stevenson winning by decision. Let's see, what is it right now. Um, where is it? Where is it? Minus 150. All right, that's a lot better than minus 1200 or minus 1100. All right, but let's factor this in, guys. Jamel Herring is 35 years old. All right, he's 35. Stevenson is 24. All right. Now, what is the speed? What if he's just overwhelming Herring? I don't think Bomac's gonna throw a towel. I don't think Herring will quit. When he in his stoppage loss, he was on his feet. All right, not like he was laid out cold and the towel came flying in. He could have continued in that fight. So Herring is tough. But hell, it could be a doctor stoppage. It could be a ref stoppage if he is overwhelmed and outclassed and constantly knocked down or whatever. All right. All right. So, Stevenson could have a chance that way, overwhelming him, because of the age difference, the speed difference, all those things, right? All right. Now, as I thought about this, and Jameer Herring kind of tipped it off in the face off, or the one on one they had with Cynthia, not Cynthia Conti, but I'm forgetting the woman's name, uh, Poncher, Christina Poncher, with Top Rank. All right, it's on their YouTube channel. Um, he kind of tipped off that, like talking about Shakur Stevenson dealing with pressure, bringing a fight to him. Not just letting him stand there and be like a boxer and do whatever he want to do. So, in my opinion, I think this fight is going to start off as a boxing match. But at some point, whether it is calculated or is because he is not winning the boxing match, I think Jameer Herring will turn up the heat, and I think this will turn into a bit of a fight. I'm not saying it's going to be an all-out brawl war, but I think that it will be a fight at some point. Um, if Herring is behind, I don't think he's just gonna lay down and let this guy outbox him and take his title. I think, especially coming off what we saw with AJ and Usyk, and with Bomac in his corner, guys like this, if he's behind the fight, I think on his own fighting spirit and being instructed to, he will start throwing some serious hands at Shakur Stevenson, and Stevenson may deal with adversity and fire for the first time in his career, because he really has not really been in a serious fight where he has been, touched up or marked up or anything like that. Faced real adversity in his career, and a lot has to be said for that, for this guy being such a high favorite. How much adversity has Stevenson faced in his career? What fires has he walked through? What Joet Gonzalez, fighting for the vacant title. You know, um, he's winning all these UDs, stoppage victories and such. You know, um, this is the best guy he has fought so far, man. He has said it himself. This is the first champion that he has fought. So you got to think about this, guys. He fighting a guy, more on his level now, or close to it. If Henry is not on his level, he is a world champion that should be respected. 5'10", 72-inch reach is Herring, all right. Stevenson listed as 5'7" with a 68-inch reach, all right. Like I said, lightweight versus a 126 pounder, basically. All right. So maybe Stevenson's chin will get tested in this fight. He might have to overcome some adversity with a cut or something like that. A lot of pressure and fire. A guy not just laying down, letting him outbox them and saying, "Oh my God, that's Shakur. Let me just give away my title. Let me just lay down. I don't want to deal with the guy." But at the same time, if Herring opens up, they could open him up for being stopped, for being hurt to the body, being caught with a shot that he don't see coming. You know. So I think that there is a potential for fireworks in this fight, guys. And I looked at the odds on ProBoxingOdds.com. I have seen money coming in on people playing this fight to not go the distance. All right, at a plus 155 and numbers like that. So good value. It is a risky play. I can understand why people think they're just gonna go a decision. I thought it was going to a decision, but as I see the fight playing out, I think it's just gonna be more than a chess match. I think Bomac, I think they have that in their head. They're gonna take the fight to this kid. Try to overwhelm him. Give him something that he has not seen yet in his career. So I am kind of I have changed my feelings have changed. I did not go in big on that. It's kind of a small parlay I did with the under on the Fedor Tim Johnson fight. All right. Um, as I do this video, it's a minus 140 on Bovada for the under Tim Johnson Fedor fight. For the Stevenson Herring fight to not go the distance, a plus 155. That comes out to a plus 337 in a two-team parlay. All right. So basically, plus 337. If you put 100 on it, you would win 337. Get your 100 back. All right. If this fight does not go the distance, the Stevenson Herring fight, and if the Johnson Fedor fight ends under a round and a half, which I expect it to. If that fight went the distance, I would be shocked. I'd be a bit surprised if it goes outside the first round. All right. I'm that confident in it. Both of those guys, a lot of first round stoppages on their resumes. All right, I think they're gonna meet in the middle of the ring and basically, or the cage, and basically have it out. They're gonna try to finish each other in the first round. All right, but I think that's it, guys. You know, video kind of went longer than I thought it would, but again, could Stevenson overwhelm the older guy and catch him with a shot that could stop him? You know, it is possible, especially if Herring opens himself up more, and possibly could get countered. All right, and then could Herring bring the pressure to Stevenson, and possibly um, hurt him. And he has a punch. We saw what he did to Carl Frampton. Now, Frampton, moved up one weight class too many. 122 pounder fighting a 135 pounder. I wish I would have bet that fight. I really was not even paying attention to that fight. I really knew much about Harry at the time. Once I saw him in the ring, I'm like, my goodness, what a size difference. But could all these things factor into this fight being a war or a stoppage? Let's see. I don't think it's going to be a boring chess match. I don't think this guy's just going to lay down and let this guy take his title. So, the Marine and Jamil Herring. So, I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you think, man. If you make some plays this weekend, good luck to you. But some opportunity. Jameer Herring, a huge underdog, worth they played. Even with him expected to lose the fight, plus 800, that's very high on a defending champion, man. Against a guy who has not faced real adversity yet, who hadn't even fought a world champion yet. You know, so I think that's it, guys. Herring on the money line. The Stevenson Herring fight to not go the distance. A risky play, but I played it originally. Thought it would go the distance, and it may. Maybe I overthought it. I added up their KO percentages, divided it by two. It came out to 47%. So basically, 47% that there is a stoppage. Here, 3% that there is not a stoppage. All right. Um, and also either the Fedor Johnson fight to not go to distance at high odds, or the under, which you can probably get at a minus 140 currently. Under 1.5 rounds on Fedor versus Tim Johnson. So that's it, guys. That's my plays for the weekend. Let me know what you think, and I will try to check in at some point after these fights. Thanks for watching.